Hello there, dear listeners. This is Paul from Stories Philippines podcast, and today I'm going to share with you a haunting story that one of our listeners sent in. So, gather around and let's dive into a tale that takes place in our very own Philippines. Once upon a time, in a small town nestled in the heart of Luzon, there lived a young boy named Simon. Simon was 24, and his life had never been easy. He grew up in a family that worked hard, with parents who sold rice cakes every morning just to make ends meet. Despite their hardships, Simon's family was deeply religious, serving in their local church and always keeping faith close to their hearts. Simon's father was not only a church server, but also a traditional healer, known in their community for his healing hands. But beneath the surface of their simple life lay a troubling secret. Simon's father, sadly, was addicted to gambling. Every penny he earned from selling rice cakes went straight to his habit, leaving the burden of providing for the family on Simon's loving mother. One tragic day, Simon's mother visited her sister to pour out her sorrows about her husband's addiction. She often spoke of wanting to escape her life, even to the point of wishing for her own death. But everyone thought she was just expressing her frustration, not that she truly meant it. As fate would have it, a dark shadow seemed to follow the family after a neighbor took their own life. Simon's mother, being a dedicated member of the church, went to pray for the departed soul. After the prayers, as they returned home, Simon's mother and her companions felt as though a large, shadowy figure was trailing behind them. They tried to ignore it, hoping it would disappear once they reached their home. But that was only the beginning of their misfortune. Shortly after, on an afternoon during Holy Week, their church was busy preparing for the events. Simon begged to go with his mother to the church meeting, and she reluctantly agreed. After the meeting, while waiting for a ride home, Simon's brother tried to approach them with some money he had earned, but for some strange reason, he couldn't get their attention. Then, on their way home, the worst happened. The tricycle they were riding swerved into the opposite lane for no apparent reason, and a speeding bus collided with them. Simon's mother, trying to protect her son, could not hold on herself and was tragically hit by the bus's tire. The aftermath was heartbreaking. Simon's father, haunted by regret and the vision of the dark shadow he had seen, blamed himself for not paying closer attention to his wife's silent pleas for help. Simon was injured too, his leg impaled by a piece of metal, and he couldn't attend his mother's funeral due to his injuries. His father, using his healing skills, managed to mend Simon's leg without the need for surgery. To this day, the family wonders if Simon's mother truly called her own death upon herself, as the dark shadow seemed to suggest, and if her often-spoken wish to die had somehow come true. Listeners, let's take a moment to think about this story. It's a reminder that sometimes our loved ones might be struggling with burdens that they keep hidden. It's so important to talk to each other, to share our troubles, and to offer help where we can. We never know when a kind word or a listening ear can make all the difference in someone's life. Thank you for listening. Take care of each other, and keep an ear out for the next story on Stories Philippines podcast. Goodbye for now.